What do you say when your client says, I can't afford it? This is something that we come up across in the beauty industry. It's an objection to the price of your services. And this is something that gets talked about a lot in beauty industry groups. People are often asking, what can I say back to the client? So I thought, what better opportunity than to jump on here and share these answers with all of you out there. First of all, I'm Claire, 5-star therapist, and I'm here to help you elevate your client experiences so that you can be a 5-star therapist. First of all, you have your prices, your menu. Every treatment on your menu should be priced for profit because you're not running a charity, and as much as we love doing our treatments for our clients, we still have bills to pay, mouths to feed, clothes to buy, wine to drink. Whatever it is you like to spend your money on, you need money. So you need to be making sure that your prices are set for profit. If you're unsure on how to do this, there are several amazing coaches out there who have what is called a pricing profit calculator, and I can head you in their direction. But now that we've got all our services priced for profit, what do we say when the client says, I can't afford it? Well, you've got a few options here. So these are the things that I have done in my salon, and these are the ways that I work around this. First of all, when you're doing a consultation, you need to find out not only what the client's concern is, but how concerned they are about it, what they've tried previously, and how much they're willing to spend financially and time-wise. Because it's not just about the dollar. Sometimes it can actually be the downtime and the time that they cannot use their regular skincare items or can't put makeup on. That can be part of the can't afford it. So let's jump into it. You're presenting your treatments to your client. You should be presenting your top tier option, your middle range option, and your lower option. What I mean by this is, say for example, the client was coming in for pigmentation concern. What you would be presenting is you would be saying, okay, Carly, I have 3 treatments that we can do for pigmentation. They all get a result. The difference between them varies on your downtime between the treatments, the downtime in terms of what you need to be doing after the treatment, and your price point. So we'll go through all of these options, and I want you to let me know which one suits you best. So in terms of treating pigmentation, our top tier treatment is going to be our skin needling or Dermafrac needling for pigmentation. This treatment is going to require this amount of prep, these particular products to prep. This is the downtime plan. This is when you can use your products again, and this is how much it costs. So you're giving the client all the information that they need for your top tier treatment. Then you jump into it with their second tier treatment. The next option we have is we could be doing IPL treatments. The IPL treatment is this long, requires this prep, these products, this aftercare. It costs this much. Thirdly, we have our peels. The peels require this prep, this downtime, this aftercare, and cost this much. Which of these sounds like it's going to suit you the best? Because we can work around this with you. We can work a combination of these treatments. I can do a series of just particular one treatment. Let's chat and make it a conversation. Chat to the client, work out what it is. They might be gangbusters for the needling, but then they find out that they can't wear makeup for a couple of days, and that doesn't suit their lifestyle because maybe they present on camera and they need to be wearing a face full of makeup all the time. In that case, needling is not going to be the best option for them. Then you've got your availability of pricing options and time options, because don't forget, time can be an objection as well. If the treatment requires a long service time, that might not be fitting to the client's schedule or budget. And when I'm saying the time could be an objection for their budget, what if they only have a short amount of time that they can pop in for their treatment because they have a lunch break for work that they're having their treatments on? It could be that they've got a child that needs babysitting and childcare fees. Whatever it is, we need to sort of get to the bottom of this issue and work it out with the client. And it's just about having that conversation, just like you would with a friend or a family member. Try and make it really casual in terms of, all right, cool, let's work this out together. You're the professional, you've got the answers. They're the client, they have the need. You just have to work out what is going to suit the two of you. So that would be my first thing. Make sure you've got a clear understanding of the client's budget, their time that they can commit to, and offer them a tiered system. The next thing that you can look at doing is having an express option. What I mean with this is, for example, we have an IPL treatment. We'll call it IPL rejuvenation treatment in our clinic. It's a 60-minute. It's essentially your facial with the inclusion of the IPL modality. This means that it's higher than our regular 1 hour facial price, but you're still getting all the luxury of your regular facial. If my client needs the IPL, but they can't afford the top tier price, we have an express option. Now the express option is only 30 minutes instead of 60, and it doesn't include the massage and all the luxury that you get in the full hour treatment, but it does deliver the IPL that the client needs for their skin concern. The pricing difference is, I think it's, from the top of my head, $120 for the express or $240 to $260 for the advanced full hour treatment with all the inclusions. You're giving the client, okay, I really want to treat your skin. If we can't manage the full hour where you get all the beautiful facial massage and serums and masks, we can do the express option where you're coming in, we're cleansing, we're doing the IPL, we pop the finishing serums on, and then you're out the door. Does that work for you? So you're not lowering your price or your profit. You are giving them an option that may suit them better. Then, if all else has failed and they cannot commit to any of those based on budget, we stick to the home care, because the home care products actually are really important. We know that a lot of the results come from what the client is doing at home, and a lot of those treatments require the skin to be prepped on the product anyway. So what I would do then is I would say, okay, Carly, I understand that you can't afford to do any of these options at the moment. So I really want to treat your skin. Let's focus on your home care, prepping your skin. You're still going to see some result with these products. It just won't be as fast. And then when you can manage to come in for these treatments, we will revisit popping in and doing those. But at least we're starting with the home care. And the two products that I'm going to recommend, apart from SPF, to get on top of your pigmentation concerns, are the pigment inhibitor and the retinol serum here. The reason I recommend these is because I see fantastic results with my clients when they use these products, and they are part of the prep required for the other pigmentation treatments that we do here. This just means that your skin's ready to go when you can afford it. You might, get some vouchers for your birthday if that's coming up, but at least we're getting on top of your concern in a way that suits your budget currently and getting you ready for when you can come in for the other treatments. That is how I manage when people say they can't afford a treatment. You want to work out what the client's concern is, what their budget is, and that is their time and financial budget, and offer tiered pricing system options as well as an express option. And then when all else fails, make sure it's just the home care that you're focusing on, because if you're not explaining and still caring for the client when they're not in for treatment, they're not going to come back and see you, are they? You want to make sure that you're caring for that client, even if they're not coming in and spending money with you. So they're my solutions for when someone says they can't afford it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you found this useful, let me know with a comment down below. You can follow me on Instagram, and I also have my website, 5startherapist.com.au. Have a great day.